in November 2020, I decided to cycle into work one day. Cycled in, cycled back out with rucksacks and laptops and files in my bag. And about 2 or 3 days later, walking up from the car to the office, felt some chest pains. And then in December 2020, having continually felt chest pains while I generally walked to and from the car, decided to ring the doctors, who referred me to the hospital, but on the way, or when I was making the call, I was on the way to Leeds, so couldn't really action anything. And then, as an alternative, thought I'd get a different answer by ringing 111, and they again said I needed to go straight to A&E if it was chest pains. And when I got there, I had various tests, ECGs, etc., blood pressure tests, etc. Spent 5 hours in Leeds before driving home to be told that they thought it may be angina, possibly stress-induced angina. In January 21, I had various tests, and ultimately the consultant confirmed that he thought it was angina, or he was more confident that it was angina, and therefore referred me to Liverpool Heart and Chest. And then over the course of the first quarter 21, I had various appointments and tests that were undertaken, culminating in an MRI scan. I think it was May 21. I was told the results would be released to the consultant at Southport within 10 days, and 2 days later I got a phone call from the consultant to say to stop any excess exercise. I could carry on walking, but there was no cycling, because the results had come back to show that one of my arteries was 70 to 80% blocked and another artery was 99% blocked. The result of that was I was put forward for an angiogram, which took place in June the following month, only to be told during the procedure that a stent would not be a sufficient, would not be appropriate, given that the extent that the arteries were blocked, and that ultimately the only recourse and the only option was to have a bypass. So with liaising with work and colleagues, was able to actually attend the hospital on the 3rd of March for the operation, and released onto the general ward the following day on the 4th of March, and had 7 days recuperation on the ward. In terms of my experience on the ward, generally it was positive. Bearing in mind that I'd just undergone major surgery, it started off okay, but to be honest, by the end of the 7 days, I was pretty relieved to be able to come home. One of the more positive aspects of it was actually being sat in ICU the following day, having spoken to one of the nurses and explained that it was my son's birthday on the Friday morning, or on the Friday, and she actually went out of her way and got me a telephone and allowed me to ring home, wish him a happy birthday. That was it. It was a small action, but it went a long way, and it was appreciated by me, but I think it was appreciated by the family as well. In terms of the care, couldn't fault any of the nurses, couldn't fault any of the healthcare assistants. On the negative point was just one of the aftercare appointments that had been arranged. We received a letter asked me to come down to Liverpool on a Saturday morning for a scan. I think it was about 2 weeks after I'd been discharged from hospital. So we drove down. I turned up at reception, explained that I'd come in for a scan, and showed them the letter that I'd received. I was told to just sit in the waiting room, the reception, and you know, unfortunately, I was there for an hour before actually somebody came out to find out exactly why I'd come in. And I suspect, or I got the impression that I wasn't on the register for the scan on that particular day, even though the letters did say that I was to attend. But overall, generally, you know, a positive experience. Just that minor hiccup.